Oh, I'm good.
I'm good.
Yep, I'm
You good?
good.
Everybody's good? All right.
We good.
Yeah. Ooh, this is a good one.
Look, that's where we are.
Okay.
News. That's where we are. So it's going to be 3 minutes.
Oh, 3 minutes. Okay.
3 minutes of news.
Okay, so what I was saying is, I'm just kind of in the middle of it, but what I'm going through, what I was saying is, I had to beg Chocolate Sundays to put my clip up. It took them 2.5 months to put it up. I was like, guys, I've been on your stage since 06.
Oh, Pookie?
Yeah. So I finally was like, put it up. And they go, okay. They put it up. It's been up for a month.
You live, by the way.
It's got over 75,000 hits.
Really?
So I finally got a
that's
check.
dope.
And I was like, oh, okay.
All right.
That's dope.
YouTube fam, we going live in 2 minutes. One minute. YouTube fam, we're going live in 2 minutes. Thirty seconds. Ladies, ladies and gentlemen, no mic. Ladies and gentlemen, NovaTime back in the building. Yo, we got something crazy for today. So much has been going on in the sports world. And Zo Diggity, along with Nick Hamilton, the coldest two guard in radio. He's the coldest two guard in radio. This brother is about to kill the game because I like setting him up. I'm a point guard. What do you mean?
Point guard of the streets?
I'm a point guard of the topics.
Okay, all right.
Do you understand?
My boy Bam.
Listen, man, I set up the topics, and Nick, what does he do? He just says, swish.
I try, man. I try. I mean, the key card works for another week, so I'm glad about that. I mean, that's always good. I mean, first, before we go any further, let me honestly say rest in peace to the victims who were tragically killed and those who were injured at the Astro World Festival in Houston, Texas.
Yikes.
So we want to send our condolences, love, healing energy out to those people and those families of those victims as well. This is a very sad situation all around. So
absolutely. Listen, This is NovaTime on KBLA Talk 1580. I'm Zoe Williams. That was Nick Hamilton. We've got a special guest in the building, our friend, comedian Brett Riley.
Glad to be here. Glad to be talking with y'all, gentlemen.
What's good, man?
He's supposed to be a sports vending machine.
I am a bit. Yeah. It's comedy and sports for me. Pretty good life.
There you go.
And yeah, performing tonight. Glad to talk to you guys before I perform tonight.
Where?
I'm at the Stand Up Comedy Club in Bellflower. It's a brand new club. Their actual grand opening is November 10th.
Okay.
But they've been soft open since September, doing shows on the weekend, getting prepared for a great run. Because it's a great club.
Listen, this is a caller-driven show. We want to hear your opinion. I'm here to agitate the crap out of you, to get to the phone lines. The number to dial is 800-920-1580. Once again, that's 800-920-1580. Holla at me and Nick. I don't care what you believe. We're here to shoot it down. This is NovaTime, where the conversation begins after the game ends. Let's get right to it. Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Liar? Go ahead.
Okay. Is there a double standard in professional sports? Let's just talk
when
about
it comes to what, exactly?
Right? Let's just talk about it. You saw Kyrie Irving get dragged for some of the same kind of talking points. I sat and listened to the whole interview that Aaron Rodgers did, and he sounded a little Kyrie-ish. And then he dissed Kyrie. He said, I'm not a flat earther. Don't get me mixed up with them. That's what he said. I'm not like them. And then he proceeded to say, I've got my own way of dealing with my health and my situation, and it was a personal matter. Sounded a little Kyrie-ish.
Sounded like an Andy Maxwell.
Well, here's the thing I look at Aaron Rodgers, right? First and foremost, you lied. You told us or gave the impression that you were vaccinated back in August. And now that you've been confronted because you tested positive after going to a Halloween party where you exposed yourself as a John Wick character, and you decided to have the audacity to come out and say, oh, well, I was immunized. What the hell does that mean?
It just means a lie.
It means, exactly. You are Aaron Liar from moving forward. And you see, sometimes you can outsmart yourself because you think you're smarter than everybody else and you're really not. You're dumb as a box of rocks. And the thing about it is, I'm not questioning Aaron Rodgers' intelligence when it comes to book smarts and things like that, because he did go to Cal, and Cal is a very great school.
Great school.
However, when it comes to street smarts, when it comes to common sense, apparently,
they don't teach common sense.
No, they don't. It's an endangered species.
Not if you're listening to Joe Rogan and taking information.
Well, that's what I'm getting to. So when you look at what happens and what goes on, the thing about it is, first and foremost, you lied. Secondly, you had the gall to sit up here and quote Dr. King. And it's always interesting to me that you got white folks that always want to quote Dr. King when it's convenient for them. But you misinterpret it, you misrepresent it, and then you want to twist it like a pretzel and act like, oh, this is what it means. No, it doesn't mean this. Let me give you a quick quote of what Aaron Liar had to say about that.
You mean Aaron Rodgers? I will not sit here and let you besmirch this man's good name. Continue.
He smirched his own good name. He smothered it. He destroyed it, obliterated. Where do you want me to go with this? I mean, he said, quote, there have been conversations with it. He said, I would like to add this to the mix as an aside. But the great MLK said you have a moral obligation to object to unjust rules and rules that make no sense. In my opinion, it makes no sense to me. I test every single day, end quote. And that's he was on the Pat McAfee show.
That's how you get smirched.
But that's the thing. So how do you misrepresent Martin Luther Here were President Ronald Reagan did the same thing when he was going up against affirmative action. He used a quote out of context when Dr. King was talking about a colorblind society, and he used that same narrative to push his own objective when it came to trying to get rid of affirmative action. The same thing that Aaron Rodgers is trying to manipulate with this whole vaccine, non-vaccinated thing. My thing is this, as we said on this show before, Kyrie is a nut job. We all know that. Aaron Rodgers thinks that he's smarter than everybody else, and he's not. He's not smarter than the fifth grader. Sorry.
Wow.
When it comes to Aaron Rodgers, though, Aaron Rodgers also needs to understand he is selfish, because it's not just about protecting yourself, it's about protecting others. You exposed yourself to other football players, the Arizona Cardinals, Jordan Love, who's your backup quarterback who will be starting on Sunday. You exposed, and then who's to say who you exposed yourself to at the Halloween party?
Wait now. On that interview, he said his team and all the players and the whole organization knew that he wasn't vaccinated.
He's also lying about
and
all this other stuff.
hold on. And he said he followed every team protocol. He said the team protocol was draconian,
which is a lie.
Which is a lie.
We've seen him on the air. No mask. Sideline. No mask.
He's never worn a mask. He's never worn a mask. And he's been blatantly about not wearing masks. He's been around other people, and the protocol is that you have to sit up here and you need to be vaccinated. My thing is, he needs to serve a suspension. Yep. The Green Bay Packers need to be fined for knowing this information and withholding this information. And then we also need to look at the NFL for them allowing this to even transpire.
All right, listen, he brought up a great point to me. My body, my health equals my choice. Let's get to the phone lines. As we move forward, we're going to cover the OBJ story, the Henry Ruggs story, Von Miller coming to the Rams. We got a lot to talk about as we move forward. This is NovaTime.
No, you good, man. I'm trying to bounce off it.
All right.
I'm just trying to bounce.
I got you. Come up for air. You talk 7 straight minutes.
I told you I can bullshit my way through.
But what I want you to do is allow for us to have some perspective. Dialogue. Good.
And Roger quoting Dr. King to avoid a vaccine.
That was so great, though. That was
good stuff.
That was great.
Quoting Dr. King.
Yeesh.
Aaron Liar. That's funny.
Aaron Liar is about to go all over the place.
Hashtag Aaron Liar.
Hashtag Aaron Liar.
The long hair.
Bro. You lied. Fake ass John Wick. You lied.
Also, why is nobody... I mean, I hate to say it, but this is coming from a guy that stayed locked in for over a year with my 8-year-old and my 6-year-old.
Right.
Got a particular song you want to lead back in with?
It's on my brother. Whatever you want.
I put up the story of OJ.
Now he West Coast.
Yeah, no,
you
can't. With it. That's why I asked first.
Redman.
Redman?
Uh-oh. You throwing the curveball? Redman?
What song?
Okay.
Pick it up.
Okay, for sure.
Clean version. Clean version. Please.
All right, let's go.
We got bunched first time. We can't do with it bad.
Who got hit with it? Who cursed?
DJ Quick said
shit.
Oh, well then.
We dumped it.
Got it.
We got to dump it. Thank God for the 7-second delay. You dumped it.
All right.
Sorry about that. I thought it was
No.
version to it. I wouldn't even request it.
It got clean after that first. They missed that first word, and then it got clean. I was like, okay, it's all good. We got a dump button.
Right.
Yes, the case.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
God for 7 seconds.
Yeah.
That little 7-second delay. Thank God for Richard Pryor and who was the other guy? George Carlin.
Yeah.
Ooh, George Carlin was a G.
No, he was.
He got real pessimistic at the end of his career, though. It got to the point where he was basically smartly telling you that life has no purpose.
No meaning, no value.
That's because he was old and getting ready to die. It's
He
over.
was dying. He's like, shit. I'm about to jump off a cliff with me.
No more smoothies. It's over.
That's a good point. You should come back. What's that point? About Aaron Rodgers, what you was talking about, your 86-year-old.
Hey, you too, fam. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Hey, one of the homies, LeVar Hatchell, man, thank you so much for the super chat. And you guys can listen to this on the KBLA app. Download the app.
At KBLA 1580.
So we still got time.
Can I come? He was just saying, can I come back in and say, as somebody that's been locked in, made the concerted effort to stay locked in with my 8 and 6-year-old for almost a year and a half, it really is frustrating to see people trivialize something that's killed over 700,000 people. I don't give a shit about your. I'm sorry, I won't say shit. Yeah. I don't care about your opinion, Aaron Rodgers.
So I'm going to do a 30-second setup. When I come back, I'll just throw it to you. And then you jump in, and then we'll go OBJ.
Yeah, we're merging OBJ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I won't even speak on it.
And I'll stay.
And remember, concise.
Yeah.
Hit it and quit it. Boom, 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 boom. Hit it and quit it.
That's hard.
I know, but come on, this radio, you got it.
No, I'm not. I was making a joke. No,
You got it.
Radio.
Just hit it and quit it. You Floyd Mayweather. You know Floyd. He gonna hit you a bunch of times, but then he gonna lay off a little bit, let his hands rest.
You just can't quit outside the ring.
Callers, then OBJ.
Okay. All right, great.
Ladies and gentlemen, Zoe Williams is having a ball on NovaTime. My brother Nick Hamilton is here. And we have an oddity. Yes, he's a comedian. His name is Brett Riley.
Yeah.
I love him. I think he's funny.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yes,
Here's my opinion on the Aaron Rodgers thing. As a man that stayed locked in with my 6-year-old and my 8-year-old for almost a year and a half, following all the protocols to keep my family safe, I am tired of the media giving voices to these people that have already been disproven by science. I don't care about your opinion, Aaron Rodgers. I don't care about your opinion, Kyrie. You're no different than people that are screaming at school boards. For real. And it needs to be addressed that way.
I disagree vehemently.
Over 700,000 people have died. That's more than World War I, World War II, and Vietnam. We shouldn't be listening to people that are denying stuff.
Hey, man, he's an American. And in America,
you have the right to be wrong.
We have the right to be wrong every day. You understand? I can come in and say, listen here, I'm wrong.
All right, dadgummit, let's move on.
Let's move on. Caller, you're on the line. Welcome to NovaTime. What's your thought and opinion on the Aaron Rodgers situation? Frank. What's up, Frank? Man, I'm alive and well. How are you, bro?
I'm doing fine. I just received my copy of the product.
Hey, all right. Good. Congratulations. There you go, brother. So what's your opinion on thank you. Yes.
Now, you see how he worded his, he chose words correctly during that interview back in the day when he said he was immunized.
Immunized.
But immunized.
Yeah.
Specifically against what? That's when words really matter.
Yeah.
You worded it properly. You had it, your group tell them, hey, go out there and say this, the way you need to say it. Therefore, in the end, we can't really hold you at fault.
No doubt. Jason Williams called it out perfectly. Yeah. Hey, thank you for the call, Frank. I appreciate you supporting my new book, brother. Thank you for mentioning that. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Frank. I'm doing well. Nick here. I'm doing well, too. Thanks for asking, Frank. Appreciate
Anyway.
it. Oh, thanks, man. I mean, oh, man.
Thank you. Yes, they will. Oh, okay. All right.
Well, I say this. They need. No, go ahead, Frank. I'm sorry. I thought you were done. My apologies. No, you go ahead.
Well, Frank, finish your thoughts so I can move on, man. You sit there having a conversation like we down at the coffee shop or something. Now, say what you need to say and then get on. Oh, no cursing.
Whoa. Easy, Frank. Easy.
Now we got to get you off the phone.
Now we got to go, Frank.
You got to go.
Gotta go.
You got to go.
Thanks
Frank.
for calling, Frank.
Thank you, Frank. Golly, Frank.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a radio program. This is terrestrial radio. You cannot use foul language on the airwaves. Thank you very much. We want to keep our show. We want the key card to continue to work. Thank you.
He thought we was at Starbucks just talking.
Nah, we thought he was out at the juke joint.
Well, on that point that Frank just made, him saying immunization versus vaccination, first of all, if the Packers and his people told him to do that, that's the bottom line. The Packers are going to get fined. The NFL's going to have trouble with this because people were covering for him.
Right.
That's it.
Well, that's the end of that story. Let's move on. OBJ. Odell Beckham Jr. Is he a cancer in the locker room? Has he been a cancer in the locker room? Is he a spoiled brat? Will he ever live up to his potential? What team could benefit having a guy of his caliber on their squad? Did he handle his relationship with Baker Mayfield correctly? Why did his dad get involved? Get to your phone lines. You're listening to KBLA Talk 1580. This is Zoe Williams and Nick Hamilton on NovaTime. The number to dial, 800-920-1580. I want to know what you think about OBJ moving on.
Well, the question should be, did Baker Mayfield treat his relationship with OBJ better? That's
Talk
the
to me.
relationship. Because think about it, dude, you know how many times this guy was open? If you go back and watch film and watch video, this guy was open a plethora of times that he didn't get the ball when he should have gotten the ball. So there was already friction between OBJ and Baker Mayfield off top. Then,
wait, you telling me Baker Mayfield was icing him out?
he was
wasn't passing.
Dude was icy hot.
Wow.
My man was frozen. So here's the thing about it. When you look at OBJ and you look at where he should go, when you ask about where he should go, there's a plethora of teams that will be able to look at his services. I think, obviously, we know about the Rams could be a potential team that he can go to. There's also the New Orleans Saints. There's the Las Vegas Raiders, now that they have a brand new opening at wide receiver. And then also, too, the Chargers could benefit from it. But I don't think the Chargers will do it because they need to go all in. They are very safe. They play it safe, and this is why them playing it safe has not gotten them far. So I don't think the Chargers will be the team, even though they should be the team. But I'm looking at the Rams, I'm looking at the Saints, and I'm looking at the Raiders.
Interesting. Brett?
I'm thinking Raiders or Chargers. I disagree on the whole thing. I saw all the clips of Baker missing him, but he had so many drops. He's had so many drops this season.
You mean the
like
guy
ugly
that
drops.
caught the one-handed
He
pass?
had the one-handed catch, but he had so many drops.
But so does a lot of wide receivers out there. The problem is, let's be honest, OBJ did not like being traded from the New York Giants to the Cleveland Browns. He was not happy
No
about
one wants
trade.
to go from New York to Cleveland.
That's Siberia. That's football Siberia. That's like going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Anyway, when you look at but OBJ, here's the thing with OBJ. He has an opportunity to revitalize his career, much like how we saw Randy Moss revitalize his career
Absolutely.
when he left the Raiders and went to the New England Patriots. We saw how he was rejuvenated because he was at a better team, and I think that OBJ is going to be the same way. When he goes to a team, he could go. If he goes to the Rams, you could pretty much gift the Rams a Super Bowl if they stay healthy. I mean, that's like a cheat code. If he goes to the Saints, or if he goes to the Raiders, because the Raiders are actually playing some good football right about now. I don't see him going to the Chargers because, again, Tom Telesco, as your GM, is going to be sitting bull. He's going to wait and see, let's hold it. And they play it safe. The Rams are cashing it all in. The Rams know they have a window, they've identified it, and they know exactly what they need to get. And that's why they've been able to be so successful in the last year since they've come to Los Angeles.
Absolutely, but I think the Raiders is going to be the answer. And I do think that
Why?
Because of the vacancy that
You guys are talking about losing
Also-
teams. What are we doing?
Whoa.
No,
Wait.
no.
What are you drinking?
All of these guys are bums.
The Raiders are not doing. I mean, I can't cheer for the Raiders. I'm a Chiefs fan, but I'm saying.
Black Bayless over
And
here.
by the way, yeah, I think it's the Raiders because they need it.
Well, they definitely need. They
The
need
thing
a wide
with the
receiver.
Rams is I don't think there's enough touches. They couldn't get enough touches for Deshaun Jackson, and Cooper Kupp is killing the league right now, and Robert Woods is not playing bad.
Good stuff.
Well, but also too, you got to remember this too. He is younger than Deshaun Jackson. He can stretch the field better than Deshaun Jackson, and you got a place where he will be happy because he knows he's on a contender. He wanted to come to Los Angeles the first time before he was traded to the
Absolutely.
Cleveland Browns. That was his first destination. He wanted to be a Ram. It didn't work out that way, so now he may have opportunity to be that way. And if you got a happy guy like OBJ who's on a contender with Matthew Stafford, yeah, Chico.
But Nick, you didn't answer my question.
Which was what?
Is he a cancer in the locker room?
No.
Can be.
That's what I'm saying.
If
Like,
your dad-
address it.
I'm sorry, if your dad's talking.
Your dad is
if your
texting
dad's
people.
talking to the starting quarterback.
Dude,
that's
that
cancerous.
has
Come on.
So Pat Mahomes is cancerous in the locker room? You got his wife and his little
His wife
brother
is-
being annoying,
his wife
being
and
a
his
pain in the
brother-
behind.
His wife. And
So
his
he's the
brother are
cancer in the
extremely
locker room?
annoying. No, because he is.
Wait. How's he not a cancer in the locker room, but OBJ is?
Because of his
We-
voice.
'cause
This
we
is
just
easier
said
to
it.
listen to. This voice is why he's not a cancer in the locker room. It's actually this voice. I mean, you can't be mad at Kermit the Frog, bro. You cannot be mad at Kermit the Frog.
Y'all sound like Aaron Rodgers. Y'all a bunch of
No,
contradictions.
let me just say this, like, in all honesty, right? The reason why I say he's a cancer, right? If you don't have your father under control, and he's out saying what you really want to say on social media, that sends a message to other teams. We're going to have to not only take OBJ, but we've got to take his daddy and his team, whoever is in his ear.
Okay, but again, so
A
goes back
team
to
is about being 10 toes down. Are we going to bring in somebody that's going to buy in and lock into what we're talking about? Or are we going to bring somebody that can be whispered into from an outside source?
Yeah.
We want a real player on our team. So come on
y'all
now.
act like Odell Beckham Sr. is like Puffy Knight, like he LeVar Ball. Come on, man, he ain't that.
Might
he's
be.
not that- No, stop.
He
Stop.
went on a
How
whole Twitter rant.
Okay, and
Okay.
who doesn't?
LeVar Ball does it.
Yeah, and that's the problem. He's a cancer. But anyway, so you gonna sit up here and tell me what?
Man, I can't let you talk about LeVar like that. He opened up a whole bunch for everybody. No, you don't get me on LeVar.
Yeah. No, I don't want to talk about Puffy Knight. But anyway, like I said, when you talk about so you gonna sit up here and tell me with a straight face that Pat Mahomes is not a cancer in a locker room, but you gonna say OBJ is because his daddy spoke out?
OBJ's had problems in the past. You remember the boat trip?
The whole team went on a damn boat trip.
Who set up the trip?
Who went?
OBJ set up the trip.
Who went?
It don't matter who went. He set it up.
No.
What is going on? Who went?
Y'all dancing
It's
around
a failure because nobody showed up. No.
Y'all dancing around the question like Puffy at a video shoot. That's the problem.
No,
answer the question. Who went on the trip? They all went on the trip. It doesn't matter who set it up. They all went on the trip.
And by the way, dancing like Puffy, that is OBJ. And that, I'm sorry, my man Ryan Davis, very funny comedian.
Oh, I love Ryan
Davis. Huge
Davis.
on YouTube. He pointed out, you've seen the video of his OBJ. I'm sorry, don't be saying he danced around like Puffy and saying OBJ didn't dance around like Puffy. It was a little bit more than that. He was dancing like Saweetie and Megan Thee Stallion. Anyway, my bad.
Wow.
But go ahead. I'm not saying he's not an amazing wide receiver, but some of them dances were a little too... There was a little too much. A little too much.
We live in a society where people can do whatever they want to do, and if that's what OBJ wants to do, more power to him. Anyway,
really quick, let's transition to this topic right now. Von Miller, breaking news, right?
Yeah,
Von Miller,
Rams defense. That's also why the OBJ
just got picked up by the Rams.
They've already mortgaged too much of the future with Von Miller. That's another point I was going to make.
Have you not paid attention to Rams since 2016? What have they been mortgaging?
They go at it.
Okay, so they mortgage. There is no future when it comes to the Rams. It's right here and now or nothing.
They're like, forget them draft picks.
Exactly. Screw them draft picks. That's exactly what they're about. They're about now. So getting Von Miller with Aaron Donald and you got Jalen Ramsey. Oh man, stop! That's it. That's the Super Bowl.
Dude, this is California. They're like, we're going after fine wine.
They have to
draft beer.
No, you drink that Ripple.
Yeah.
We want the top of the line. We want the Ace of Spades.
We're going to Sonoma. We're going to Napa. We want that fine wine. Y'all drink draft beer.
Right. If that.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to NovaTime with myself, Zoe Williams, and my homeboy Nick Hamilton. We've got a wayward white man comedian in the building talking reckless today. It is amazing conversation. I want to hear from you. I want to hear your opinion, your perspective on the various topics that we've covered. The number to dial is 800-920-1580. Once again, this is KBLA Talk 1580 NovaTime. But I have another topic, and this one's a bit somber. This kid, man, he's 22. You heard the stories, man. Played with Alabama, then,
Didn't he have the record for the fastest 40?
You just go jump in every time I'm setting you up, huh?
I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah,
My bad,
Hey!
I don't know what that was.
Play for the Raiders. 22 years old. You know who he is, Henry Ruggs. This is tough because whenever I see a kid that young, remember, 22 is 11 twice. This is a young guy, right? Really young guy. So when a kid like that gets into the kind of mess that he's in now, I think mentorship, right? Where was the mentorship? Where was his team? The NFL has all types of, parameters, safety parameters. He could have called a driving service. He could have called Uber. He could have done a lot of different things. And now, young lady died. His girlfriend, critical condition. I want to hear everybody's opinion on this. 800-920-1580. Nick, your thoughts on this tragedy that has not only hit the NFL, but America at large?
It's sad. My condolences out to the young lady and her family, who lost her life. I have no sympathy for Henry Ruggs. I barely have enough empathy for Henry Ruggs. I think he is lower than a worm's belly. I think he belongs under the jail where they can pump sunlight.
Damn!
Yeah. Sorry. And the reason why I say that is because you have absolutely no business drinking and driving. Being the victim of a drunk driver at one point in my life, I have no empathy.
Okay,
for
so it's
driving.
Personal.
It's not just personal. It's not just personal, but also too. It's the level of irresponsibility. Because I spoke to a couple of people from Top Golf because that's where he was coming from in Las Vegas, and what they usually do with their celebrity guests is they arrange when they know they're going to be drinking or have too much to drink. Mm-hmm. What they provide is either a limo or the what's that speed shuttle or the super shuttle, whatever. whatever that big van thing is, and they transport them as well as their entourage to whatever location they would like to go to. No questions asked. They go ahead and do it just so they can be safe. They take care of whatever vehicle they brought to Top Golf. They make sure it's protected so they can come back and get it the next day. The problem with Henry Ruggs III is the fact that this man blew his whole career after having too much to drink and killed somebody.
But he's human.
He is human, but
human beings make mistakes.
No, this is not a mistake. See, that's the problem. It's not a mistake. It's a bad choice, and he made a choice.
Human beings make bad choices.
Yeah, but this is a choice that cost somebody else their life. And that's the problem. He needs to be under the jail. His career is finished. He does not belong in the NFL, and he does not need to get the Dante Stallworth treatment of only getting 28 days in jail. That is an abomination and disrespectful to that victim's family.
Well, he's got 5 charges. And looking at 46 years.
See ya. Put some. Don't soap.
God. Another thing that
Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta wrap it. We'll come back to you, Brett.
No worries.
Boy, you itchy. You're jumping in there. You itchy. I love it. We'll be back to you, Brett. Listen, as we move forward, we're going to cover a lot of topics. 1, Robert Saver, Neil O'Shea, and we're going to get to the phone lines as we move forward. NovaTime.
I was going to talk about how the media covered the dog more than the woman.
So look,
I know.
See this? I got to stay within this little. So I'm trying to set it up.
No, it's good when you give me the time frame so that I know when to wrap.
Amazing. What's the drunk driving story? Tell me.
So basically, he did 150.
No, you. I know his story.
Your story.
So I was driving to drop off a buddy of mine.
Right.
This drunk driver turned in front of me as I was crossing an intersection, hit me so hard I flew through the intersection. I slammed on my brakes. Mind you, 2 months prior, I just got my brakes done, so they were, fresh.
Right.
Had I not slammed on my brakes, I would have knocked down the power pole. The power pole would have came down on me. And
wow.
Totaled my car, messed up my top part of my shoulder, messed up my wrist. The guy tried to get away. But people, we were near in the residential, so right there on Florence and West Boulevard. Yeah. So people were coming out, and he was like drunk. He was in an 85 rape van. Right. So, them things is made of like steel, right? And so totaled my car. I just paid my car off like 3 months prior. And he tried to get away, but they two dudes, I remember holding him down because I was like disoriented still. I could barely get out my car. And I sat on the sidewalk, and they called the ambulance and stuff, and they did all the tire markings, and it was like, you slid from one side to the other. So ever since then, I mean, I've never had empathy for drunk drivers, but after that, I was like, man,
what year was it? How long was it?
2017.
I got hit in 2019. Yeah, Slauson. I don't even, that's up here. Slauson over here. Wow. Totaled my car too. So.
I got hit in 08. I got T-boned by a 19-year-old
I got hit too.
No driver's license.
Yeah, he didn't have no insurance. He had a driver's license.
I broke all my ribs, fractured my pelvis in 3 places.
Ooh. I was able to walk away, but it was emotionally. Every time I drive past there, though, I feel it, right?
Yeah, I'll tell you, the first 2-3 months, I wouldn't even go down for
Yeah, exactly.
I went down Crenshaw, I would go around. Like I was
doing the same thing every time I go past it.
You got Caution, what you want to do, clean version, it should be on YouTube.
Okay.
You got bitches ain't hoes, but
Bitches ain't hoes. Bitches ain't but hoes. Lick on these nuts.
Can we get the clean version?
We don't want to do that. Come on.
I'm sorry. We are the show formerly known as NovaTime.
Right. Next week you tune in, there'll be story time hour or something. Those guys are gone. They couldn't control their
story time hour. They couldn't control their playlist.
By Vince Scully.
Yeah, that's funny.
All right, let's see. When we come back,
Caution, Kausion, and what you want to do. Clean version. It should be a clean version. If not, let me know.
KSUSION.
Nice to meet you as well.
Good to see you. Take care of yourself.
All right, absolutely. Have a good one.
we're gonna do Neil O'Shea and the Phoenix Sun, Robert Sarver.
What's gonna happen to Charlotte?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Unless there's a smoking gun.
I'll say for that.
There's 70
I'll say for
employees.
that.
I think he's going down.
With what? With what proof?
70 different employees, even
But
up in
what-
the executive
but
management.
what is
They got
what
what's the name for the Clippers? They got Donald Sterling. What's the difference?
Yeah, because
But they got it because they
Donald-
had the tape.
But Donald Sterling had a smoking gun.
Oh, okay.
Same thing with John Gruden. They had a smoking gun.
Yeah.
Emails. They have no smoking gun right now for Robert Sarver, which is probably going to end up with a fine in that city. There's nothing going to happen to Robert. I'd be shocked. I will give a bum $20 if they get rid of Robert Sarver.
I'll be here when that happens. With my hand out.
I said a bum, not a rich man.
I'm a bum. I'll be in my hand out. Like, I'm the bum.
That's what the rich man. That's what the rich folks
Give me
say.
the 20. Give me the 20.
That's what the rich folks say. That's how they stay rich.
Nah, yeah, I was rich till I bought a radio station. That reminds me of what's his name tells a joke. What's the guy behind? I can see his face. British guy owns Virgin.
Oh, Sir Brent.
Richard Branson. Richard Branson told me one time in an interview. He said the quickest way for a billionaire. He said, you know what the quickest way for a billionaire is to become a millionaire? I said, what? He said, buy airplane company.
Wow.
I love Virgin. Virgin was the
I love it.
best.
The quickest way for a billionaire to become a millionaire, buy a plane company.
Wow.
Buy an airline.
Wow.
Watch how fast you lose money.
I heard that before too. He said that's a terrible business to be in. And I remember Scottie Pippen bought a plane, and that was attributed to some of his financial woes.
Y'all ain't talking about that. Scotty's going in on MJ, man.
Well, we should talk about
Scotty's going
that.
in on
Scotty,
MJ.
but y'all got to understand, Scotty bitter.
He is always
My
has
man
been.
bitter.
I
My man
I
got
just-
cheated on for 17 years.
I
and
just have
got
his
child support.
news this week. That joint is. Scotty going, all right. I'll do that. All right.
See, this is why I don't get it. That's why I don't get it. That's scary.
Scotty got to get off that E and J.
I kind of understand, man. I do, just because of it's one of the best
Scotty
ever.
just bitter. Scotty be drinking.
I just don't think in all truth, I don't think Jordan gets any of the championships if he didn't have Pippen.
Oh no, absolutely not.
That's where I see
absolutely.
where Scotty's coming from.
But Jordan was the one that Jordan was the one that drove the train. Like Scotty built to help keep the train afloat, but he was the main conductor. That's what I always say.
NovaTime. Zoe Williams and my brother Nick Hamilton. So many stories, so many perspectives, and as always, not enough time. You heard about old Scotty, bitter sidekick Robin Pippen.
That's so unfair.
Why would
that's
he-
unfair? He's one of the greatest players of all time. I'll say it just what I was telling Nick. Jordan's the GOAT. Jordan doesn't get one championship without Scottie Pippen.
Scotty sniffing.
But why is it that he's always, it seems, he's always trying to undermine, say, Michael Jordan's legacy? What is that about?
Because he's bitter. That man is bitter. First, he off the E and J. Secondly, he been cheated on for 17 years and had to pay child support. That's got to make any man bitter. And then third, nobody really recognizes you like MJ because you were in MJ's shadow the whole time.
But he
And
really
then-
wasn't in his shadow.
But
We
that's
don't-
how.
he
But
doesn't-
that's the
No,
perception.
he wasn't in his shadow.
That's the perception. Oh, if he wasn't in the shadow, then how come people recognize Michael Jordan more than they recognize Scottie?
Because Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan.
Okay, then. That's all. So you're in his shadow.
Why'd you
That's
call
not
him
the
Brown?
shadow. Listen, Michael Jordan needed Pippen, and that has been stated
True.
by the GOAT.
True.
Right.
I needed him.
But he's not going to be more recognized than MJ.
But so you in it for fame or you in it for the rings? What are we doing?
He's in it for the fame now. Scotty want the fame because he ain't got nothing else to fall back on besides them tired braids.
Okay,
and that
I'll go
E&J.
with that. I'll go with that. So maybe this is just a ploy by his publishing company, because you can't sell books without drama, to make up some weirdness about Jordan. So now that's the selling point and the pitch to the people to go get the book. Maybe that's just what it is. Maybe he had a conversation with MJ and said, I'm going to talk a little crap about you so I can sell this book to pay off this mortgage. Maybe they did a deal in the alley. We don't know.
Or to pay off Larson.
But what I do know, wow,
Yeah.
you going to go at that man's,
Yeah.
his, what would you call her?
The woman that treated him wrong?
His concubine? What you want to call it?
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
I mean, she been passed around more times than a blunt at a rap concert.
Oh,
Oh, see,
wow. Wow. Jesus.
I would just say you're
True
right.
spoken.
I think you are right, though, that Scotty's doing this to sell books or to remain relevant. And I don't, and honestly, in this day and age, makes sense. And honestly, I don't think so. I bet you he's even told Mike, I'm gonna say some stuff.
That's what I said. Maybe they had a gentleman's agreement.
I
Say, hey, man, I'm
I
talking
just want to hear the
crap.
book on audio, and I want Scotty to narrate the book because that's got to be comedy in
Hold on, I
itself.
know what he said. No, never mind.
This is what we're going to do. Since we have a white man in the building, we have to put the white man on trial.
I can take it.
Oh, God.
I can definitely take it. Where are we going with this?
Robert Sarver,
Ooh,
Donald Sterling,
yep.
Neil O'Shea. It seems that you whiteys, once you get in power,
Yeah.
y'all start tripping. So y'all own a team. You think you own the players in the team.
Yeah.
So you mad you can't say the N-word, Robert Sarver. There's 700 or 70.
There's 70.
70 employers and coaches, employees, coaches, whoever.
Earl
Former
Watson.
coaches.
Earl Watson, that's my guy.
Corliss Williamson.
Listen, my son played for Earl Watson's AAU team.
And Earl Watson has a stellar reputation. As
And
a
he's-
human
and he's a-
being.
When I tell you,
Yeah,
when I tell you, Earl Watson is one of the most solid human beings I've ever met in my life.
that's what everybody says.
He has trained my kid, took time out to listen. I want to know about your people.
Yeah.
You guys really want to say the N-word that bad?
No,
Come down here to Lamert Park and go across the street, and I dare you to say it. You free reign to say it. I dare you.
First of all, I don't like. First of all, if somebody comes out like and says, "Well, I'm not a racist," that's a dumb statement, and only a racist would say that. Just
So
go
how
right there.
pervasive is it in professional sports with regards to ownership?
It always has been. If you think about it, okay, here's a perfect quote. Tex Schramm told Hall of Famer at the time, his Gene Upshaw was head of the Players Union. Tex Schramm
Oh,
said,
NFLPA. Yeah.
and he said, "We own the ranch, and we can always find more cattle."
Wow.
And the sad part about it is nothing's going to happen to Robert Sarver unless there's a smoking gun, i.e., some type of video, audio proof. And people want to ask, well, why would nothing happen to
Because that's
Robert
the only
Sarver?
thing that took out Sterling.
Took out Sterling and John Gruden because there was a smoking gun.
Right.
The reason why Robert Sarver is probably going to get a suspension, maybe, I'd be completely shocked. I'd sell my pair of Jordans that I have not worn yet, but if they get rid of Robert Sarver. That's how confident I am that the NBA is not going to do a thing because they can't do a thing because there's no smoking gun. That's not to negate the fact of all the 70-plus people that were interviewed in Baxter Holmes' ESPN story, but at the same time, it's like, okay, when there's smoke, there's some fire. Do I believe these people? Absolutely. But in order to extract somebody from an ownership position, you got to have a smoking gun that is undeniable. And they don't have that as of yet. Maybe that's going to come out later. Who knows?
Well, here's a tie-in and a throwback to the first topic. Aaron Rodgers. He gets to talk weird vaccination talk and really not be villainized for it.
Exactly.
Stephen A. Smith handled him with kid gloves. Huh? Did he not?
But they also,
Where was the same vitriol that you had for Kyrie? You said Kyrie was dumb. You didn't say this white man who said, to hell with y'all rules.
all I wanted to hear.
And listen to Joe Rogan, of all people.
Exactly.
Huh?
All I
For
wanted
medical
to hear,
advice.
All I wanted to hear was, "Oh no, you didn't, Aaron Rodgers. No, you didn't. How you gonna come on here and tell us you're immunized? I'm immunized. I'm immunized." First of all, the question was vaccinations.
Aaron Rodgers. The question was vaccinations. We don't want to hear you make up another word. We don't want to hear you say immunization. We want to hear the question was vaccination. And you are an intelligent man. You're a quarterback. You're a quarterback of one of the most prestigious teams in the league, the Packers, the Green Bay Packers. And you're going to go and to a press conference and just totally think that you don't have to answer a question. Who do you think you are, Aaron Rodgers? Who do you think you are? Fuck it. Here, let me also say this. Let me say this. They let you do all the interviews without a mask on. If they knew you were unvaccinated, they're culpable. That's right, NFL, I'm saying you're culpable. I'm saying the Packers, you're culpable. I'm saying all of you should be fine. I'm saying your grandmother should be fine. All the kids should be fine. And they should never, ever be able to climb out from underneath those fines.
If Stephen A. was a white dude, that's what he would sound like. That was a great Stephen A. impression.
No, but I think it's weird because, like I said, the poster boy, the whipping boy, is Kyrie.
Yeah, because and the sad part about it, if you're going to vilify one, you vilify the other one because they're both equally sounding equally as stupid.
But they're both equally villains.
And that's the thing.
No, I don't agree with that.
They are.
Yes, man.
They both are. They both are a bunch of morons.
That's
I don't agree with that.
I mean, that's not.
You cannot agree with it, it's fine, but the fact that they're a bunch of morons.
I don't agree with it.
They keep talking the same nonsense.
You're not going to get me to agree
The
with
voice of the people, but has no solution. Really?
Exactly. Listen.
At least Aaron Rodgers didn't say he was the voice of the people. I'm glad he didn't say that.
I heard you say this last week, so let me come back and address that. You don't have to have a solution in order to represent the frustration of people.
Then
right?
you
don't have to have a solution.
Okay, well,
but you can't call yourself a leader.
Wait, hold on. There are a lot of people who feel as Kyrie feels, right? Just hold on. Let me make it. Who feels as Kyrie feels, but feels unheard. They feel like they're unheard. So if this guy with the platform that he has gets up there and speaks on something that they know would go unheard, then he's the voice of the people without necessarily having a solution. Listen, we got to take a quick break. As we move forward, we're going to continue this conversation. Phone lines will be open. 800-920-1580, KBLA Talk 1580, NovaTime.
When did Ayanna Van Zandt enter the room? I thought
you want to know? Okay, do you want to know my response that I wanted to get in just real quick?
But you got to let me throw it to you.
Frustration exists. Frustration exists anyway. It doesn't need representation. And all these people.
I want you to say that when we come back.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah. Say it at the top when I set it up.
Frustration exists always for all of us. It doesn't need representation. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I love
Zoe
it.
Van Zandt over here. That
Man.
Zoe Van Zandt.
He's over trying to fix Kyrie's life.
Come on, man. I can help the brother. He's a good brother.
You can't help what can't be helped.
Sometimes
but we can't do what they not doing.
He's doing
to Aaron Rodgers.
He's doing it to himself.
Aaron Rodgers.
He did it to himself.
Ann Rodgers is being lauded as somebody who put the woke community in check.
Because he got white skin privilege.
I'm
just
just
like
saying.
Antifa.
She said Antifa. Damn.
Just like Antifa.
I'm just saying, look,
you know
we need to stop trying to pull people's hands off the toilet handle when they're trying to flush their own life. Let them flush.
No, I will not let people flush in front of me.
Okay.
If I so happen to be in the bathroom with you,
then close the door so y'all can keep that stink in there with you.
And close your eyes.
Oh, great. This is good stuff.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
Hey, listen, download the KBLA Talk 1580 app.
Now.
You can hear the show live. All right? Somebody said this sports talk is hostile. You guys are live. They can hear you. Everything you say.
Am I said anything bad?
They'll let you know.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know.
I think I'm gonna go see the externals when I leave here.
It's out.
Yeah, came out yesterday. That's a good, I heard good things from people that actually are like Marvel. Like we all in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go see because I was kind of skeptical at first. But you do know you have to stay after the credits. It's gonna be something. It's gonna be it's always without fail. I see people get up and leave when the credits come on. I'm like, oh, okay. You'll be pissed off when you find out what happened after the credits rolled up. So this sports show is awesome. Yeah, sometimes.
So we're going into a really short segment,
Like 4 minutes, right?
4:15. This is gonna fly.
You want me to say the thing? The frustration exists anyway. It doesn't need representation.
Yes,
And what was the other
but
one? I said-
don't elaborate. Say it.
I won't. Yeah.
Then I'm gonna come to you.
Okay.
Okay, can I say frustration exists anyway? It doesn't need representation, and also we got to stop pulling people's hands off the handle when they're trying
So
to.
you're
flush their own money.
elaborating.
You're right.
They heard that. NovaTime with Zoe Williams and Nick Hamilton. We have come forward almost full circle. My brother Cool Mo D in the background killing. That's my brother right there. Listen, I know these topics are a little aggressive. We want to open the phone lines. We want your participation. Again, you're listening to KBLA Talk 1580. This is NovaTime. The phone number to dial, 800-920-1580. Oh, goodness. Some of these stories, I know my brother Brett wanted to say something because he didn't get a chance to say it at the end of the last segment. Your thought?
You were saying Kyrie Irving and Aaron Rodgers are representing something. You said they're speaking on people's frustrations. My opinion is frustration exists for all of us anyway. It doesn't need representatives.
I think it sounds good. It sounds profound. But the reality of it is the unheard do need representation. Why? Because oftentimes we need to see it in order to be motivated enough to know that we can be it. So if I never saw Muhammad Ali, right?
Right.
A lot of people who saw him was like, oh God, it changed their lives. It was an experience.
But there was substance behind what Muhammad Ali stood
But
for.
you can't say there's no substance to choice. That's indicative to America.
We have
Let me-
already been
let
through
me-
this 100 years ago.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Because you two mic huggers.
Okay.
Listen,
Go ahead, Zoe Van Zandt.
Zoe Van
Yeah.
Zandt.
Fix our life.
Come on,
Please.
fix Kyrie's life if you can. I want Zoe Williams back. I don't want Zoe Van Zandt. Go ahead.
Out here being all helpful.
I'm just saying, when that kid Wiggins up at Golden State,
Did it the right way.
no. Listen to what he said. He said, I felt like I was not in control of my body. I felt forced. I felt like I didn't have a choice. And again, does that not run opposite of what it means to be an American?
No,
He did have
no.
a choice.
By the way,
He had
that's a totally misconstrued thing.
and he had a choice.
That's just a question.
No, he had a choice. He had a choice to either take it or don't take it. But if you do take it, great. If you don't take it, then there are consequences behind not taking it, and that's understandable too. So you did have a choice. You don't tell me this cockamamie nonsense about you don't have a choice, man. Please, you don't
have
knock
a
it off. You took it. Have a tall glass and shut the hell up and move on.
Exactly. We also went through exactly what we're going through right now in the 1918 Spanish flu. Guess what? Go look back 100 years and you'll see stadiums full of people wearing masks. And the reason we don't have polio, rubella, mumps, the measles aren't running rapid and killing people is because of what we're doing. It's necessary. You're selfish if you won't do it, period. End of story.
You
My
guys,
choice.
you guys think you got me, huh?
No.
You think you cornered me?
I just want you to fix my life.
Like you're doing, like you're trying to do with Kyrie.
No, but I still think there's something inherently American about dissenting.
Oh, That's a sad patriotic stance to take.
I just think it's
That's
something
a
in
very
it.
Aaron Rodgers patriotic
Yeah.
stance to take.
So Aaron Rodgers.
That's a very much forget everybody else.
But this goes back to my point. Aaron Rodgers and Kyrie Irving on the same team, but only one is being vilified. And why is that?
Because of
Race.
because of the country that we live in.
Okay,
Country
cool.
that we live- By the way, dissension with no substance is just annoyance.
Oh, I love that. Vic, New Jersey, you're in the building. Jersey City, talk to us.
What's up?
What's happening?
What's up, man? You just forget about Nick, which is the co-host. Jesus Christ, man. I can tell.
All right, thank you, brother,
Thank
for
you,
the
Vic.
call. We got to roll out, but check it out. As we move forward, we're going to wrap it up when we come back with our final thoughts and statements. This has been NovaTime. Love it.
This has been
I
fun.
love it.
Hey, I like that back and forth on the OBJ.
Listen, I love the counterpoint. I love it. It's good.
The thing about it is, I think, we all know why they're not one is being vilified over the other. We know that. However, the fact remains, they're both sounding moronic, and they're both drumming up ignorance, much like how we saw Trump do in the 2015 and 2016 primary. And this is why misinformation is more dangerous than no information, because with no information, you can always have a chance to fill things up.
So you're saying Kyrie and Aaron are misinformed?
Yeah, they're dangerous, and they're dangerous because
I don't
of the
know.
content they have. How?
Because
How you don't know?
That's
You are
my
a very
thing.
intelligent
You
dude.
tell you
I don't know is not
You
an
know why I
answer for
say I don't
intelligence.
know?
How? You are an
Because I ain't.
intelligent kid.
I don't know what they study.
You know what they study, so they saying it. They're regurgitating what they
I don't.
so-called study.
I want to see the files.
You are an intelligent dude. If you don't knock it off, man,
The whole, I'll wait and see. Let's wait until all the facts.
Who you studying with?
First of all,
Never mind, I
Aaron
ain't gonna
Rodgers
say
said
that.
he was
I'll leave that
allergic. Aaron Rodgers said
Yeah,
he
that was the next
allergic.
excuse.
He
I'm
said he was
allergic.
allergic
But
to
you know,
something.
what pissed me off? I know people, a couple people personally that are allergic that can't get the vaccine because they are allergic.
30
and
seconds.
they can freaking possibly be in a coma as a result.
Absolutely.
And they wanted to get it.
That's why misinformation is dangerous.
And you gonna have the audacity of saying you're allergic to it? Like that's an excuse? Get the hell out of here, man.
And also, no religion has a problem with vaccines. So the religious exemption thing was pretty out there too.
Like I said, I'm only against it when it comes to kids from the ages of 5 to 11 giving it, because they don't have to, because it's been proven that they end up having a large hearts and blood clots,
Right.
and that's dangerous.
And listen to us live Saturdays right here on KBLA Talk 1580.
Full circle. NovaTime. You already know what it is. That happened very quickly. I'm just going to say this, and I'm going to end mines. Huh. Ah.
You gotta
Listen,
hit that
man.
with Mark Buster.
No, that was my West Coast. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to end mines.
Nice.
I got time today.
McDonald's is my spot.
I'm just going to say, man, again, I think we missed the point. Especially being a black man in America. Do you know conformity and capitulation is part of success in their system? You got to bend the knee. Huh? Oh, you didn't know that, huh, white man?
Yeah,
That white man didn't know about that, huh? Let me tell you a little something about being a black man.
Okay.
Capitulation is built in if you want to make it to a certain level in this society.
Mm-hmm.
So when you feel like you're being pressured and forced to keep your way of life, why isn't it innately human to protest?
That's why it's working on the country white people too. This misinformation is hurting people of color, and it's hurting poor white people. It's hurting misinformed. It's hurting country white people, and it's hurting people of color.
Well,
You
That's why I have a
sound
problem
like
with
you sound like the
misinformation.
cafeteria lady.
ain't
What's
no
happening?
more. Green beans and mashed potatoes and corn. But I've always said this, and I'll continue to say it. Misinformation is more dangerous than no information at all. Because when you have no information, you can actually get an opportunity to listen and formulate your own opinions and your own truths. When you have misinformation, it's harder to deprogram somebody from that misinformation and then go ahead and try to
But the whole
disseminate
population
the
is what
information.
he said.
But the whole population is dumb. Let's just keep it above. Every publication we have is written at a third grade level.
The
Well,
reason-
but
So
it's
the whole population is
But
dumb.
it's about sensationalism.
So let me ask you
It's
this:
about
what's,
sensationalism.
what's the difference between misinformation, right? There's misinformation. We don't know what this is, and just being just outright informed or uninformed, right? If you're just uninformed and somebody has some prepared information
because
for you.
there's opportunities for you to be informed at your fingertips. That's why they have these things called smartphones for dumb people.
So let me say it again: is it misinformation versus the status quo, the PR, the PR script that was written?
By the way,
it's-
the PR is part of the misinformation.
It's misinformation, but at the same time, you have to make sure that you inform yourself. And if you choose not to
I like
inform
that.
yourself, then that's on you. If you're over the age of 18 years old and know how to work a device, then it's up to you to be informed.
Hey, listen, I don't agree with any of the things that these two guys are talking about. I'm just here to rattle their cages. Listen, as we move forward, just come tune in every Saturday from 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to NovaTime, and I will be arguing with these guys regularly. As we move forward, I want you guys to prepare for my brother Jay King's show. Deuces.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I hope that was okay. Was that right? Man, I gotta find better rebuttals for the white guy stuff. I don't even have a rebuttal. I don't really like that.
That was good.